96 practice. So we'll do that first, and then we'll do dividing fractions. Tejas, are you here?
Yeah.
All right. So hey, Tejas, Mom asked me a question. I'll just answer it to you. On number 19 on the test, you made a mistake. Can you put your I can only see the top of your head. Can you put an angle down a little bit more?
I can't. It's just.
Oh, you can. It's just set. Okay. Maybe you can sit on a book or something. I don't know. That's good. Sit up. There you go. Hey, so on that number 19 on your test, it said, I think it was 3/5 times 1/2. Is that correct? Does that sound right?
I have no idea.
Well, multiplying fractions on 19 on the test. I think this was the fraction. Does that look right? You see what happened? Okay, so on this, all you do is multiply the top with the top, which is a 3, and the bottom with the bottom, which is a 10. Your mom was wondering why it was wrong. And what you did was I don't know what you did. I think you multiplied the top, but then you added the bottom. And you had like 3/7 or something. I don't remember exactly what the answer was. Let me see what we had there on that.
Mr. Jones.
Hold on, please. I'm talking to somebody. You could hear that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so what you did was I don't know what you did. You multiplied 3 times 1 on the top was 5, and on the bottom 5 times 2 was 6. I have no idea what you did at all. Then when you did the same, I don't know what you did, Tejas. I'm not sure what you were doing there. Can you kind of explain what you were thinking? So maybe I can help you.
Well, I was multiplying the 5 by the 1, and I was like going upwards.
Why?
I did the same with the other one. I don't know.
Okay, all you do is the top with the top and the bottom with the bottom. So that's the right method, and so we'll make sure that from now on, just make sure that you're doing it that way. That way you can correct answer. That's why 19 was still wrong. Yeah, but then what about the second time? Oh, you just switched the numbers. I see. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and do the practice then for 95.
Mr. Jones.
Actually, 96. Yes.
This is Sophia. I have a question on the math lesson.
Okay. Well, let's do the practice first, and then I'll answer a question for the lesson. All right, so everybody have their practice there. If you don't, plug your ears or unplug your ears if you have earphones or whatever you have there. All right, so the practice for A is 1 1/3. B is 1 1/5. C, 1 1/3. D, 4/5. E, 5/6. And F is 3 1/3. Hey, Alina.
Well, would you please repeat number 1? I mean A.
It's 1 1/3.
Thank you.
Okay, Sophia, you have one? Oh, I thought you had your hand up. Okay, Yuri, go ahead.
Would you repeat B and C?
All right, B was 1 1/5, and C is 1 1/3. All right. Any other questions? Okay, Nazar.
I have full lesson test.
Wow, that was weird. It repeated itself. That was weird. Okay, that's fine. Just show it to me. That's fine. Just show it to me, and then tear it up in front of the camera.
Okay.
And reflection. Okay, Elijah, you have a question?
Well, they're repeating themselves.
Wow, hold on. Everybody else except the Elijah, turn off the microphone for a moment. All right, Elijah, go ahead.
What was number?
E was 5/6.
Okay.
All right. If you have a question, if somebody else has a question, turn your microphone on and go ahead and ask.
Mr. Jones?
Yes, ma'am.
Actually, no, never mind. It's okay.
Okay.
I can just see the recording.
Okay. All right. Thanks. Okay. All right. So everybody's on. All right. Go ahead, Sophia. You had a question. You said, right?
Yeah, for number 20, I don't understand like what you do.
Go back and look at lesson 92. Is that a yes or no?
Back there. Yes.
You did? Okay. And then on that, what did you not understand about that part?
What is the greatest common factor of 15, 21, and 6? What do you have to do?
Well, did you look at the examples on lesson 92? You did look at the examples, you said?
Yeah.
Okay, so what did you understand about the examples? So look at example 1 and show me, tell me in example 1 what part you did not understand.
Never mind.
Oh, so you don't understand it now? Or you
Yeah.
don't? Okay.
I do.
All right, so any other questions then before we get to grading on this? All right. So lesson 96, let's go ahead and look at your lesson and we'll give you the answers here and we'll get the grades from it in a moment. All right, number 1 is you should have a, basically you should have 2 lines, one that are parallel, but they're different sides. So that, okay, guys, you've got to stop interrupting when I'm talking. Okay, I realize I have 14 of you here, and so please do your best to stop interrupting. I'm in the middle of giving you the answer. Okay, what, Yuri?
Wasn't it a half lesson?
I can't hear you. You guys speak up.
Wasn't it a half lesson?
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry. Thank you for telling me. Yes. Good. Then I'll have to show you that one. All right. So number 2 was 4,000. Number 4, 2,000 milliliters. Now you can write out milliliters or do it like this, M and then a capital L. Okay, so that's the other way to do it. Number 6, A was 40, B was 80. Number 8, it should be in this order: 7/16, 9/18, 5/8, 6/6, and 8/7. Number 10 is 1 1/3. Hold on, let's get to 15 first. Number 10 is 1 1/3. 12 is 1 3/5, and 14 is 157.9. Okay, you have a question, Sophia?
For number 8, what if I misplaced 2 of them? One of them.
Then it is completely wrong. Okay, Alina?
Would you repeat number A? I couldn't hear you.
Sure, it's 7 over 16, 9 over 18, 5 over 8, 6 over 6, and 8 over 7.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, there's some of you I can't see, but go ahead. Yes, who has a question? Okay,
Schlock.
Okay, go ahead, Schlock.
What was number 12?
Number 12 was 1 3/5. Okay, Angelica, go ahead. You have to turn your microphone on, though. Still not on yet. Or if you want to use your whiteboard, you can just tell me which number you have a question on. The microphone's still off for some reason. Closer. Hold it closer. I can't see it still. Number 6. Okay. Number 6, A was 40 and B was 80. All right. Now it's on. I can hear. Now it's on, Angelica. So, all right. Anybody else question? There's a few of you I can't see. 5 of you I cannot see at all. And Nathan I can't see either. Well, 8 of you now. Wow. All right. So sometimes it just disappears with the circles. Okay, Yuri, go ahead.
What was number? Would you repeat number 14?
14 was 157.9, 157.9. Okay, Lena?
Mr. Jones, by accident, I did the full lesson.
Okay, just check the evens then.
Okay.
All right. All right. Any other questions? Okay. So we'll move on then to number 16. Number 16 is 87. Number 18 is $7.06. Number 20, A is 3, B is 5 over 7. Number 22 is 3, and number 24 is 5 books. Okay, go ahead, David. You got to turn your microphone on, though.
Repeat number 20.
Sure. A is 3, and B is 5 over 7. 5, 7. Okay, Angelica?
What was 20 again? Number 8? Number
A was
8?
3. A was 3. Okay. All right, Sophia?
16, 18, and 22.
16 is $7.06, and 22 was 3. Okay, Lena?
For number 20, is half or full?
I couldn't hear you. Which one did you say? Number what?
Number 20. If I miss letter B, is it letter full or half?
It would be half off if you missed letter B, yes. Okay, Yuri?
Would you repeat number 12?
Number 12 was 1 3/5. Okay, Sophia?
Would you repeat number 16?
87.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. All right. You else have a question? All right. Somebody's slurping something.
Mr. Jones,
Yes.
what was number 4?
4 was 2,000 milliliters. Whoever's slurping, please don't do it so loudly or turn your microphone off. Is that you, David, slurping? Slurping your tea for your throat? Yuri said, yes, it is.
I
Shaking
can
his head,
see
yeah.
you.
We can see you slurping your tea. Welcome, Daliana, home now. I saw you walking in or wherever you were. All right.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and get your grades then. All right. So. All right, Elizabeth, what did you get?
23.
Okay, thank you. Alina,
20.
Yuri,
Yeah, she's pretty good at it. But
19
she has
correction
online
tonight.
classes now
okay,
because of all
thank
the
you.
it's so
Somebody's
difficult.
mom and dad are talking, and it's
The other two still have to start doing classes, but it's, I have 3 in total. So there's that, and I appreciate your reading, so I'll give you a gift.
whose mom and dad is that?
Juliana.
Oh, that's not my that's my mom talking, but I'm at her office right now.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, all right. So, Daliana, what's your grade? Daliana, what's your grade?
Oh, I was in the car, so I couldn't
You're gonna
do it,
grade.
but I'm gonna watch
Send
the
me.
recording.
All right, send it to me later. Okay, thank you, Nathan.
20.
Okay, Tejas.
I didn't do math lesson 96.
I couldn't hear you. You said you didn't do it?
Yeah, didn't do it.
Okay. Sophia,
Oh, the one is
21.
thank you.
Madonna, here's your stuff.
Angelica,
23.
okay, thank you. Nazar, I think your microphone's off.
Yanazar, speak up.
Your microphone's off.
Here's some too.
So what was it? I couldn't hear you. You keep turning it off and on and off.
I have a homework class.
Oh, homework pass. That's right. Thank you. Did you tore it up right already? Okay. Giselle.
I didn't finish mine.
Okay. Elijah.
25.
Thank you. Flock.
19.
Correction on that. Ella.
25.
All right. And David.
22.
20. What?
22.
22. Thank you. All right. Hey, it's the first time we've actually had everybody here. Good job. All right. So let's look at the next lesson, which is 97. Dividing fractions. And Dalian, if you would put your microphone on because you're at your mom's office and it gets a little distracting with the noise in the background. So just turn your microphone off for a second so we can't hear what's coming from your. All right. So on dividing fractions on lesson 97. Now here's the rule that you need to understand about dividing fractions, and that is this: you're not allowed to divide fractions. Okay. So you are only allowed to multiply fractions. So when they tell you then to divide fractions, what are you supposed to do? What are you going to show you? All right, so this is your division problem. 3/4 divided by 1/8. 1/8. Now, the rule is that you cannot divide by a fraction, but you can multiply by what's called the reciprocal of the fraction. The reciprocal means you take these two numbers, the numerator and denominator of your second one, the one you're dividing by, and you switch them. So 3/4 divided by 1/8 times 3/4 times 8/1. Okay? And so then you multiply, after that, you can multiply them, 24 divided by 4, which equals 6. All right, so any questions about that? So you take the number you're dividing by, that fraction you're dividing by, and you make it you switch the numbers. It's called the reciprocal. And then you multiply by that reciprocal. Now, you don't switch the first one. And what happens usually is people, because they forget, after a while, they start switching the first one. They know they're supposed to switch something, and they accidentally switch the first one. The second one that you're supposed to switch, and not the first one. All right? Drag Nazar down here. Get some other people up here. Come on. All right. All right. So, any questions about that? All right. So, look at example 1. It says how many 1/8 are in 1/2. All right. Now, that's a word problem. So, in that word problem, for how many 1/8 are in 1/2, what you've got to do is you got to put them in the order backwards from what they are in the word problem itself. So, how many 1/8 are in 1/2 is the same thing as 1/2 divided by 1/8. So you're trying to find out how many 1/8 are in 1/2. Can anybody just picture 1/2 of a circle? How many 1/8 are in that 1/2, do you think?
4.
Just picturing.
4.
4, yeah. You can see Nazar answered the right way. If you picture it's 1/2, this is your 1/2, and we divided it into 8 parts. There are 1, 2, 3, 4 1/8s in there. Okay, so that's how it works. Now, mathematically, you're going to multiply by the reciprocal again, 8 over 1, and that equals 8 over 2, which is equal to 4. And we can see how that works in a picture as well. Okay, so sound easy enough? All right. Now, go ahead and get your whiteboards out.
Sounds even easier.
Oh, wait a minute. Let's do one more example first. Look at example 3. Now, as we learned yesterday, this one says 1 divided by 1/3. But I'm going to do something a little bit different.
No, I got that.
Divided by, actually, I'm going to do it a little bit the other way, actually. 3/4 divided by 3. So if you have a whole number that you're dividing a fraction by, what are you supposed to do? Well, you would turn that whole number into a fraction by putting it over 1. Then you would have to multiply by the reciprocal, 3/4 then times over 3, and that equals 3 over 12, which is equal to 1/4. All right, so you take your whole number and you put it over 1, like we did yesterday in our assignment yesterday. Any whole number, you can put it over top of 1. You turn it into a fraction, then you multiply by the reciprocal in order to do that. Okay, so now get your whiteboards ready. And I'm going to turn my camera off really quickly so that you can't see what I'm writing up here. You don't need to cover your faces. And I am gone now. I mean, my voice is still there. And all you see is a picture of my lovely wife and me.
Wow.
By the way, I can still see your face. So if you're making faces and things, I can still see you. Right, Nazar? Now I can't see you, and that's good. Okay. All right. Camera's coming on. Get ready. Go.
Mr. Jones,
I can't see you.
All right, I'll tell you what it is. It's 3/10 divided by 1 over 20. 3/10 divided by 1 over 20. Nope, that would not be correct, Nazar. Do your math. Redo your math. Remember, you've got to multiply by the reciprocal.
Okay.
Mr. Jones,
Mr.
Who's
Jones.
calling out?
Sophia,
Okay, Sophia,
Alina.
it's
what?
six.
Which question, Sophia?
No, I'm just
Correct,
showing you
Yuri.
the answer.
Oh, I can't see you right now, so let's see.
Wait, Mr. Jones.
It's number 6.
Mr. Jones.
Good, David, you're good.
Mr. Jones.
Hold on. Yes, Nathan, I think that's you, right? That's not
Yeah.
correct, Daliana.
When you were explaining it, I couldn't see you the whole time, so I didn't like really understand it when you were explaining.
So, Nathan, I don't see your camera's off. I don't see you at all.
This
All
camera's
I
not
see
off.
is your name. Huh?
This
So can
camera's
you see
not
me
off.
now?
It's just always like off and on, everyone.
I'm sorry, you're what?
Everyone's
Nathan,
cameras
I
are just
can't-
turning off and on.
Oh, I don't know why that is, but
Is it on
basically,
now?
can you see me? Nathan, stop talking for a second. Can you see me now?
Yes.
Okay, so how big am I? Am I really small?
No, you're one 1/4 of the screen.
Okay, so you know what you can do to make it even larger is to drag other people up to the top until you see a check mark. That's correct now, Daliana.
Excuse me,
And
Mr.
then-
Jones. It's
And
here.
I'll be even larger. But I'll show you on this problem, Nathan, when we're done, so that way you can see. But if you look at your example, I'm waiting for everybody else to kind of give their answers first. If you look at example 2, that'll give you a good. Actually, that doesn't. No, that doesn't give you a good example. Okay, so I'll show you again on the board, and then we'll do another practice really quickly. Okay. So everybody, if you already did this one, you'll see whether your answer is right. But this one is 3/10 divided by 1/20. And so you're going to multiply 3/10 by the reciprocal, which is 20/1. Okay, now 3 times 20 is equal to 60. 10 times 1 is equal to 10, and that reduces down to 6. 60 divided by 10 is equal to 6. So if you got that right, that's fine. But if you have a question out, so does that make sense, Nathan? Okay, so you multiply by the reciprocal, which means you change the second one. You just flip where the numerator and denominator are. Okay. I don't know how many of you got it right because I only see I don't see 7 of you right now. In fact, people dropped out. Looks like don't see some of you. All right. So now there are 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So still one person that's not in here right now. But I have it recording so they can come back and look at it later. So here's your other one. So go ahead and I'll turn my camera off again. And then you can't see me yet.
David, stop. I can see.
That's right. That's right. Yeah.
All right, I'll turn the camera on and I'll say it in case you can't see it again. All right, it's 5/3 divided by 3. 5/3 divided by 3. That is incorrect, Nazar. That is incorrect, Nathan. That is incorrect, whoever, Yuri. Turning my camera off again. I'm going to put the answer up here, but I'm going to show you how it's done, too. Okay. Ella is incorrect. Daliana is incorrect. You got to change the second one. Change the second one. You don't just multiply like that. You can't just change it from division to multiplication and leave it the same. You've got to make that whole number into a fraction and then do the reciprocal.
Mr. Jones,
I hear somebody yelling at me.
Alina,
Okay, what do you need, Alina?
I'm showing the answer.
Okay, I don't see it, but I'm going to show you the answer here in a moment. Then you guys can check and see if you got it right. So 1 second. You can put yours down, Daliana. It is correct, though. Nathan's still not correct because you're not doing it the right way. Like I just said, you got to take that second number, make it into a fraction. It's a whole number now. Make it into a fraction. And here, I'll show you on the board how I did it.
Sorry, I can see you now.
5/3 stays the same. Change multiplication. 3 is the same as 3 over 1. So I take the reciprocal of 3 over 1 and make it 1/3. And top with the top is a 5. Bottom with the bottom is a 9.
Oh, I thought we
5,
didn't have to
9.
multiply. I thought we didn't have to multiply the bottom.
No, you don't, because this whole number, 3 over 3 is not equal to 3. 3 over 3 is equal to 1. So when you're doing that, you're multiplying by, you're making 3 into 3 over 3. So you don't, even though we show it at the same, because a lot of times fractions are written like that, you got to change that one into 3 over 1 first. Then do the reciprocal of it. All right? So one more. This time, now, anybody else have questions about it first?
Right.
All right. Don't hear anybody.
What are you?
One more. I'll turn my camera off.
David, get back to yourself.
All right, here it comes. 24 divided by 1/3. 24 divided by 1/3. Yeah, Nathan, you got stuck. I don't see your face. Oh, there you are. Okay. That's incorrect, Nathan.
Mr. Jones?
Hold on a second. Daliana, that is correct, except you have to simplify it. You don't need that number on the bottom. It's just because it's, so you got to simplify it into just the top number. Correct. Not correct, Nazar.
Like correct?
Daliana's was correct. I can't see other people right now, so if you want me to see you, you'll probably pop up if you turn your camera off and on again. And if you hold it up, then it'll probably pop up into my view. But let me see. I'll drag some more people down to the bottom so it'll open up for some more people. David, not correct. Sophia, not correct. Whoever that is, let's see, hold on. Alina, you are correct. You understand, okay. I don't know who that is. Yuri, you are not correct. Again, sorry.
Would you repeat the question?
No, Nazar, not correct.
Mr. Jones, would you repeat the question?
You couldn't see it before?
I couldn't see it.
Okay, it's 24 divided by 1/3. 24 divided by. Can I ask you? Let me see, Nathan. Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
If you're saying 24 divided by 1/3 is 8, what's 24 divided by 3?
Oh.
Oh,
No.
no.
Okay.
All right, Sophia, hold it closer. I can't see it. Okay, yes, Sophia, you're good. You're good. You got it.
I understand it now.
Good. Maybe I need to do more practices with you guys when you're here at school. All right, I'm going to show you how it's done.
Alright, camera just turned off.
All right,
You
here
see
it
good?
comes. So you see, I changed the 24 because it's a whole number to 24 over 1. I multiplied by the reciprocal of 1/3, which is 3 over 1. That equals 72 on the top, 1 on the bottom, and which reduces or simplifies to 72 as the answer.
Mr. Jones,
Yes,
Mr. Jones?
Sophia.
I did a different. Since it was 24 divided by 1/3, I multiplied 24 multiplied by 3.
Multiplied by what?
I multiplied 24 multiplied by 3.
Well, that's basically what we're doing here. So you had 24. I just made it over 1 because not all the time with it is it going to be like that. But then 3 over 1 is the same thing. You multiply 24 times 3, 72. The bottom part's 1. What did you do with this 1 then when you did the reciprocal?
I left it out.
Yeah, and which is fine because it won't make a difference as far as your answer. But sometimes it can make a difference. This time it didn't because it ended up on the bottom. And so you're correct. It did make an answer. I mean, it did make a difference. All right. So that is how you do less than 74 or less than 97. Wow, that was weird. Okay, less than 97. All right. Let's move on to language, please.
Mr. Jones, it's your.
Yuri, you didn't do language?
No, I did. It's just your your camera's like I can't see.
It looks okay to me.
I can't.
You can't see me. You can't see me at all, Yuri?
No, I can't see it.
Giselle is laughing at me. I saw that, Giselle.
Oh.
That little comment thing you put up there. All right. She's really excited. Okay. So, for Think B on the quiz on page 147, this was a quiz for you. So let's see how you guys did on that. Yuri, I don't know what to tell you about that. I can see you perfectly fine. You can hear me though, right?
Yeah.
And I think a lot of other people can still see me. So maybe the Lord's giving you extra grace by not having to look at me. I don't know. So we'll see what happens. Maybe it'll pop back up. Sometimes turning your camera off and on helps, but it's hard to say what will help and what doesn't.
Mr. John, there's a big laughing happy emoji in front of your screen.
I sent it.
Yeah.
It should disappear in a second.
Mr. Jones.
Who is that? Taliana?
Don't. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Was remember C on page 147 part of the quiz? Or just
It was not part of the quiz, no.
Okay.
Just think B. Okay. All right.
Mr.
So
Jones.
guys, stop doing things with the screen and everything else. All right, so here we go. So here you go. Get ready to check it with your red pen. Number 1. Please stop talking.
I didn't do it.
Who didn't do the quiz?
I did it because yesterday
Okay,
when I was
wait a minute. I don't know who you are. So if you say I have no clue who you are.
Ella, yesterday
Ella.
when I
when I was doing Skype, it just got me out when you were telling the assignment, and then I didn't know the assignment, so I didn't do
Okay,
it.
then just go ahead and turn, just plug your ears or whatever so that you can't hear me for the moment, or turn your volume down for the moment, and then wait for me to do this. Once I do this, you'll see we're ready to go, okay?
Okay.
All right, Yuri, what about you?
Can I use a homework pass?
Not on a quiz.
Wait, so was it think A only?
It's think B on 147. There's no think
I
A
think I did
there.
that.
I'll check it.
Oh yeah, I did that. I didn't
Yeah.
remember C though.
So you didn't do 148, is that what you're saying?
No, remember C on page 147.
Okay. All right, here we go. So on number 1, you should have Doug's, D-O-U, that should be a capital D-O-U-G apostrophe S. Number 2, it's, I-T-S. Number 3, Longfellow's, capital L-O-N-G-F-E-L-L-O-W apostrophe S. Number 4, Nations, N-A-T-I-O-N apostrophe S. Number 5, Farmers, F-A-R-M-E-R-S apostrophe. Number 6, Benson's, capital B-E-N-S-O-N apostrophe S. Number 7, Children's, C-H-I-L-D-R-E-N apostrophe S. Number 8, God's, capital G-O-D apostrophe S. Number 9, Fathers, capital F-A-T-H-E-R apostrophe S. And number 10, Uncle Tom's, capital U-N-C-L-E space capital T-O-M apostrophe S. Any questions? Yes, Sophia.
For number 5, I put Farmers. I forgot the apostrophe.
Yeah, that would be wrong because you're talking about their field, so it has to have an apostrophe to show possession on that.
Is that a half off?
No, it's wrong completely. Okay, anybody else?
With the apostrophe?
It should have an apostrophe at the end, yes. So that would be, it's just wrong. It's either right or wrong. There is no half on these unless you didn't capitalize something that should be capitalized.
Okay.
Mr. Jones.
Go ahead, yes.
What was 7?
7 was C-H-I-L-D-R-E-N apostrophe S.
Okay.
All right? Anybody else?
Nope.
All right. Let me get the grades from you. All right. So let's start with Elizabeth. What'd you get on that? It's 10 points per blank, by the way, in case you didn't know. And we'll bring Ella back in too. So Elizabeth, what did you get? You got to turn your microphone on, Elizabeth. It's off right now. What's that? Elizabeth, what did you get?
I know.
Elizabeth. I can't understand you, ma'am. You have to speak up a little bit.
Take away pages.
I must be 0.
Still can't understand you.
I can.
Let me move on. I'll come back to you. Alina, what'd you get? Hello, Alina.
Her microphone is off.
Okay, Alina, you turn your microphone on.
This is Joan.
Is this Alina?
Yes.
Okay, what?
Is it out of 100?
Yes, ma'am. So you 10 points per blank out of 100.
I got an 80%.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. And Yuri?
90%.
Okay. Daliana? Daliana, your microphone's off.
90%.
Okay, thank you. Nathan?
-7.
-7.
Yes.
Okay. Pages?
90%.
Thank you. Sophia?
90%.
Thank you. Angelica?
90%.
Thank you. Nazar?
90%.
Thank you. Giselle?
100%.
Thank you, Giselle. Elijah?
100%.
Thank you. Schlott?
90%.
Thank you. Ella? Oh, you didn't take it. That's right. David?
I got an 80%.
All right. Now, let's try Elizabeth again. So